Hey guys, welcome to Montana Haven and Chloe Avalon. We're going to put this video on both channels,
Right.
because we want to get it out there for everyone to see.
Well, I guess what we'll start off with, I'm sure you've seen the title now. I needed to wait about 24 hours to make the video so I could actually make the video. As you know, by the title, my mom, Orpha Miller is her name. She passed away yesterday morning at about 10 a.m. And that's, I guess, we want to talk about that. We want to talk about a little bit of life updates. So I guess we'll just start there. Priscilla can share her part of the story and I'll share mine. I was actually in Wisconsin visiting my brother and nieces and nephew, great nieces and nephew. And Mom's not been well for quite a long time. Matter of fact, February a year ago, I made a quick rush trip to Montana from Alaska because we thought she might pass, that long ago. So been very stretched out. I thought I could maybe make this trip to Wisconsin, and almost made it home, but she passed before I got home.
And you saw her and talked to her before you left.
I stopped in and gave her a kiss, and
Sunday morning, I wasn't sure if I should go to church or if I should go down to his parents' house, and his sister just told me that she'll message as soon as she thinks we should come. And so I just walked into church, and then I got a message saying come right away. So I just left immediately. Some of us who were there just left immediately, went to his parents' house, and I think as I walked in the door, she basically had her last breath, and she went so peacefully.
Oh yes.
She just she was so thin and frail, but she just at the last moment, like, her eyes shifted up, and she just started breathing slowlier and slowlier until she just quit. And so it was such a tender, special moment. And Joas was actually in Denver at the time, so I immediately FaceTimed him.
Yeah, so I got to be part of it. I just wasn't there physically, but it was really nice. A lot of the family was there. A lot of the siblings, I think all the siblings that live here except I, and spouses, and some of the nieces and nephews were there. So really special. Dad, of course, was there, and sad but joyful at the same time. And
just knowing what she's experiencing, we know that she's in heaven. We know that she's young and she's healthy, and she has such a reunion up there. I mean, she's seeing her two sons that one died was a stillborn. It was her first child, and then another one was 9 years old when he passed away. So she's reuniting with them, with a bunch of relatives and friends, and it's just incredible to think what's happening.
It's a very joyful time, actually, just in the midst of sadness as well. So I mean, we knew this was coming. We're very prepared, but still, it's your mom, so I'm sure we'll shed lots more tears. But we also want to say to those of you that are close by or new mom, you're welcome to come to the services. It's going to be this Friday. What's the date on Friday? April 18th, I believe. It's going to be Good Friday, April 18th, Good Friday, and at 10 a.m. here at Eagle Valley Community. And the address is, I don't know what the address is, but it's Meadowlark Lane. It's right by the store. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people. So if you're here, you're welcome to come and share her life and her testimony. There's all my nieces and nephews, I think, are going to be there, as well as some great nieces and nephews, and it's going to be a good time. It'll be wonderful, sad but wonderful.
Yeah.
So we want to share that with you, and thank you for all the beautiful words and prayers and encouragement that you've given us.
We posted on Facebook, Instagram, and there's just hundreds of you.
Hundreds and hundreds, So thank you. I read all of them. I'm not able to physically respond to each one, but just know that I did read them, and so we're very, we're very grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
So we also wanted to say, because of these events, we're not going to be putting out a video this Friday. This is going to be the first time in quite a few years that we have not done this. Probably a very long time, actually. So I'm sure you can understand that.
Yeah.
So we're going to skip this Friday. We'll post this on, today is Tuesday when you're going to be watching this, or when we post it'll be on Tuesday, the April 15th, and then we will not have one on Friday.
On both of our channels.
Both of our channels, yep.
But hopefully next week.
Yeah, then I'll have another one. So I'll tell you a little bit. I'll give you a little bit of a snapshot of what the next video is going to be like. It's like should be a very interesting video to you guys. We did kind of two major things. We went to, Priscilla and I, in the beginning of the week, we flew to Boise, Idaho, and we bought an RV there, and Priscilla and I drove it home to Montana in a day and a half, or just a little over a day, yep. And then 2 days later, I flew to Wisconsin, to where my brother lives, in a conservative Amish community, and had such a good time. Visited a lot. You're going to get a bunch of footage of the Amish community and stuff, so you're not going to want to miss that. That was really, really good to connect with my family there. So just decided kind of on the whim to do that. Don't see them much at all. So anyways, I don't want to spoil it, the rest of it, but it's going to be very good. So be on the lookout for that.
Yep.
And then we want to kind of give you some life updates. What are we doing? When are we going back to Alaska? What's the status? So, ooh, that sun is super bright. But go ahead, babe. Why don't you say what we're doing?
When we're going up to Alaska?
Or yeah, sure. Yeah.
Well, we're kind of starting to prepare, like getting the RV, and but sometime in May, probably towards the first part of May.
Middle of the first week of May
Yes.
is when we're shooting for. Yep.
We are planning on heading back up to Alaska.
Right.
Because we want to get groundwork done and, get stuff started up
I'm
there.
just so thankful that Mom passed away now versus, I mean, we wanted her to, yeah. She was just so frail that I'm thankful that she doesn't have to,
we wanted
keep
her
going.
to be here, but we also wanted her to go because she was ready to go.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
And anyways, that being said, I'm glad now that will be behind us, and we don't have to think about, coming right back maybe or whatever. Have that on the, always drop everything and leave. So grateful that will be over with, and maybe we can even get Dad to Alaska sometime. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised maybe if he stays in good health.
Yeah.
And that. So anyways, yep. So we're gonna get everything ready today. I was getting some new, spare tires for the RV. You're gonna have to have plenty of spare tires because we have flats when we go up the Alcan Highway, or the tires fall off.
We did every single time, right?
Yeah, the first time we went up, we had 2 flats, and then did we have a flat coming down with? I don't remember even that. I think we did.
I don't remember that.
But
actually.
the last time we went up, both rear wheels fell off. If you haven't seen that,
yeah, we had to stay like overnight.
Yeah, it was a couple nights.
Prince George,
yeah,
couple
Prince
nights.
George, yeah, 2 nights.
Yeah,
because both dualies fell off. Our axle fell to the ground. It was a crazy experience out in the Yukon. Nuts.
Yes, lots of adventure.
Yeah, or was it British Columbia? It might be British Columbia.
Yeah.
Anyways, so anything new? What else? Oh, the Justin and Ethan. Why don't you tell them about them?
What they're doing right now?
Yeah.
They're in Alaska right now. They have been taking more pilot training.
Yep.
So they were hoping to get it all done and get their license, but it's not going to happen now. They're going to fly down here in like 2 days for the
on
funeral
Wednesday.
and stuff. So
Yep.
they're going to come back down, although they got quite a bit of
Right.
lessons in, some flying in. So
They were really wanting to just try to, they said, Dad, when we go up there, we're going to be so busy working, we won't have time. I said, well, that's up to you. You can, if you want to go earlier. So they really wanted to. So we said, that's fine. So yeah, they're actually doing, Ethan is flying solo today down to it's like a 2-hour trip soloing. So, and the Justin's going to do like a 100-mile trip tomorrow, like a 3-leg trip. So anyways, just things that they have to do to, work on their private pilot's license. So
yeah.
Then when we get up to Alaska, they can hopefully finish that in some short order. So yep, it's a beautiful warm weather we're having here, and
it's in the 60s today. So beautiful.
the daffodils are just really blooming, and it's it's really nice. Really, really nice. Avalon is graduating. That's going to be in April 26th. She'll be graduating 8th grade, and
yes, we're going to have a celebration.
Special deal, end of school year program.
Yep. Her cousin Christy Yoder from Alaska.
I guess she can't hear us. It's a surprise, so don't tell her.
Yeah, and her friend Kendall from Alaska, they're flying down to surprise her. They're flying in the 24th or 23rd, I think.
Yeah, so if you see this and you're in the community or you know Avalon, please don't tell her. We probably
it's a surprise for her.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't even say it on here, but
maybe we
I trust you, okay? I trust that you will not tell Avalon, okay? She doesn't have a phone, so if she finds out, I will find you. And I will hurt you. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Wyatt and Chloe, they're doing really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what else is new. We're just going to try to finish things up. I had planned this whole week to be working on the job in Kalispell, and now I don't know if I'm going to be working there at all any day of the week. We've got tons of family coming in, hundreds of people, literally. I'm guessing there'll be hundreds upon hundreds of people at the funeral, so lots of family.
She was very well known.
Yep.
She came from a really big family.
Yep.
And
yeah, I'll just tell you a little bit about just a few things about Mom. So Mom was the oldest. She was, I could be wrong on a couple things here, but I'm going to be close. I believe she was 15 or 16 when her mother passed away, and she was the oldest of, I want to say, 12 children. The youngest was a baby, less than a year old, so Mom practically raised the younger children at age, I think, 15. Her dad remarried, and she did not have a good life after that. He remarried to a widow that had several children, and then they had more children together. And Mom ended up being the oldest of 21, I believe, children. And Mom outlived, I think, 10 of her both parents, her 10 of her siblings, I believe. She's the oldest, right? She outlived 10, and many in-laws and things as well. So I think there's only going to be like 2 that are going to be able to come to the funeral. The rest are, either are doing well. They're either, a few of them have dementia. There's a few that are bedridden. But
so she was the oldest, but she lived longer than a lot of them. And
so then her dad married, and then they had their first, like Priscilla mentioned, their first child was a stillborn, and Mom was in the hospital, never was able to go to the funeral of that son. And then Vernon, my brother Vernon, that I never met, died in 1974, and he was 9 years old from a horse and buggy accident. So that was the trial for them to go through. And then they moved to Montana, I believe, 1976, and that's then where I was born. And then we moved here to Libby, where we live now, in 1992. And Mom was extremely resilient. Mom was probably some things that I know about, that I remember about Mom, that is, in the beginning, her intuition bugged me or bothered me because she had such great intuition when I was growing up. But later, I came to realize that she had, to this day, I think of her as having the greatest wisdom and intuition of anybody I have ever met. She could see a situation, and I learned to rely on her judgment. Most of the people could be saying it's this way or that way, and the way that she said generally turned out right. It's amazing. Time after time I noticed that.
She had a gift of discernment.
That's right. Extremely a gift of discernment, and she was very wise in that way. So those, and everybody loved Mom. Mom was extremely vivacious. She could say anything to anybody, and you just take it because it was her. Right.
Like you just
She was a little spitfire, but she was very nice. She just on everybody's good side.
The softest heart.
Yeah, softest heart. So, but she did have a rough life early on. There was things that she went through in her life, traumatic things at home, and different things that happened. So we're just grateful that Mom is in a good place. So, anything else that you want to add, babe? Or
I think that's good for now.
Yep. Well, guys, thanks for watching, and look forward to next week's video, and we will talk to you soon. Lord blessings. And as always, remember, these channels are a place where you will find hope and encouragement for you and your family. And we pray blessing and peace over each one of you, and may the Lord bless you. And we hope to see you here at Mom's celebration. And if not, we will see you perhaps in eternity. I want to see you in eternity. So Lord bless each and every one of you.